I am not going to lie, the last couple of weeks have been a little bit of a roller coaster ride with tech challenges at work and helping my mom in assisted living and traveling myself for work and then getting sick and blah, 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 blah. Hey, Michelle Cederberg here, not necessarily whining, well, maybe a little bit, about the stress in my life, but having a contemplation about what to do with it when it shows up seemingly all at once. I meant to send messages out a couple weeks ago and last week, and I didn't because the technical challenges began back then. I tried to send a message and I'd been locked out of my email campaign sender. That was the start of it. And then trying to deal with that, and then I had to fly to BC to help my mom for another weekend of transitioning her out of our childhood home and into assisted living. And the emotional toll of that one, I hadn't really given myself full opportunity to feel that for myself and for my mom, so that was really tough. And then I came home for exactly 10 hours and then hopped on a flight to Dallas for a conference I was speaking at. But in the interim, I was dealing with some other technical challenges where my website wasn't, it had reverted back to an earlier version of my website. It's still the earlier version, I think. So all of these tech challenges, and I was just kind of in a crappy space. And then I went off to Denver. I had a great event with a bunch of HR professionals for Texas schools. So great. Then I got stuck in the whole crowdsourcing or I can't remember the name of the company, Microsoft crash of all of the airlines. I was flying on United, and I thought, well, this is great. I was starting to feel like I was coming down with a cold, and so I, rather than wait to get rebooked, I threw money at the problem and flew home on Air Canada. And I did get home, which is great, but then I was sick. And so the next day, I tested for COVID and tested positive. So, hey, fun. Plus, my assistant got back from holidays and her laptop had crashed and it was done. And then she had to log in back into all this stuff that she had. And I just felt like I was getting tested because she'd been gone for 2 weeks and stuff always piles up when she's gone. So I thought, okay, she'll be back. It'll be great. It'll help. And then she had these problems. So I was feeling very sorry for myself and very sick. What's a girl to do? And so it was a reminder, I guess, to slow down. You can only control what you can control. And much of what was happening to me over the course of the last 2 weeks has been out of my control. And me trying to, push back against it, even though there's nothing I can do. And so the COVID, I can't believe I have it after all this time, was the reminder to slow down and just take stock, because in the grand scheme of things, it's all working its way out. I'm solving my tech issues little by little. Mom is settled into her assisted living and she's going to be great. And the new owners of the house are going to have a wonderful place to call their own or do whatever they're going to do with it. My assistant got a new laptop. She's slowly getting back up to speed. I was able to get home on a Air Canada flight instead of sitting around an airport for 12 hours. And I had 2 kind of bad days of feeling sick, and now I'm feeling a lot better. So it's an opportunity for me to just be a human being instead of a human doing. And so it's kind of it is what it is kind of a situation. When the proverbial shit hits the fan in your life, as it has in mine, how do you handle it? I know I had a couple meltdowns last week, much to my husband's chagrin. But the cold COVID illness kind of allowed me to slow down and say, all right, it's out of your control, sister, so what are you going to do? I'm just sitting and taking it all in. I'm lucky because I don't have to get on a flight. All of the travel is done for a while. I've got nothing urgent coming up in business, so that's a blessing. Mom is fine. She's going to settle in and be wonderful. Technology will sort itself out. And in the grand scheme, everything will be okay. So as you're navigating your week, if anything crappy happens, how do you manage it? Do you kind of think about what you can control and what you can't? I'll challenge you to do that. If it's within your control, do what you can. And if it's not, let go. So I'm hoping through a little bit of this way worn wisdom, you'll take some advice, and if the shit hits the fan, just step aside and let it do its thing, and before you start the cleanup. Until next time, I'm Michelle Cedarberg, reminding you that in order to ignite high performance, sometimes we just have to douse the flame for a little while and just be. So I'm a human being working on doing nothing, because doing nothing is doing something. Until next time.